former congressional candidate Kimberly Klacik, who recently had a Twitter feud with Marilyn Mosby, joining us live to weigh in. Kimberly, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You know, your feud centered around the violence in Baltimore. Are you surprised to see Mosby now go dark on social media?
I'm not quite sure if I'm surprised. I mean, obviously, it's probably the smart thing to do. I mean, she's been indicted. Of course, she's innocent until proven guilty. But she does seem to talk a lot on social media. And as we saw with her lawyer, Scott Bolden, there were some things that were said a couple months ago that didn't align with what she had posted previously. So it's probably smart in her decision. But at the same time, if she plans to run for re-election, it's going to be tough. You know, my online presence is the reason that we were able to gain so much support and donations from all across the country. And I'm sure she's looking to do the same here in Baltimore City.
You know, in addition to her online presence on social media, also her campaign page was taken down. As someone who has run for office, how important is that? You mentioned it helped launch your campaign.
It's very important. You know, unfortunately, there's big money in politics, so you have to raise money. Now, she does have a name here in the city, so hopefully she can do some fundraisers, and that would help her, even if it's like at someone's home or a private party. But at the same time, you want to be on social media to answer questions. And I think this is awful, honestly, for Baltimore City in general, right? She's the head prosecutor. We see that we have a lot of crime and violence in the city. I'm pretty sure they want more updates from her personally as well to let them know what she's working on. And it seems like a huge distraction. So honestly, I don't want her to run for re-election, not because I think she's a horrible person because of what she said to me, but because I think Baltimore City deserves a prosecutor that can fully focus on what's going on.
She has claimed that some of the charges were racially, determined. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I know she said she believes that it's racially motivated, but I think, you would see more people coming forward in her defense. She is friends with Ben Crump. She's friends with Reverend Al Sharpton. She's friends with Reverend Jesse Jackson. She's friends with people at NAACP, the Black Caucus, Congressman Kwesi Mfume, and absolutely none of these people have come forward in her defense. So I think that's pretty hard to prove at this point.
As far as what this means for Baltimore, what are your thoughts? Does she need to step down while this plays out in court?
I think so. I think Baltimore City deserves a prosecutor that can focus on the crimes, the violence, and the repeat violent offenders. I think the police commissioner, Mayor Brandon Scott, Governor Larry Hogan, I think there's a lot of people that are now willing to come to the table and work together. I think this is just something that's going to get in her way, and I do think she should step down and let somebody take over that can actually get this city to a place where everyone's happy.
All right, Kimberly Klacik, thanks for weighing in.
Thank you.
We all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses, driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. We'll all stay skinny cause we just won't eat, and we'll hang out in the coolest bars in the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every playboy bunny with a bleached blonde hair, and we'll hang